Mic check, mic check. Welcome to another episode of Galneryus Dingle Dangle Dongle, episode number 5 or something. Today's song is Point of No Return, a song I know somewhat well, as I mentioned before, but I haven't listened to it for almost a year now. Pretty long time. I hope my mic works this time. Would be great. Bit of James Bond mood going on here. Pretty much what the James Bond theme does, right? Gives a bit of an ominous character here. It's a pretty cool intro, actually. I started with those electroshock kind of stuff, right? We had this... when the double pedals came in, actually, it almost sounded like we had some, electric current. Oh, and yeah, right when it started off, it had this... I think it reminds me a bit of Silent Revelation, when it started with this old school movie kind of sound where the piano played. This time it's an organ. I think it does a similar thing, but this time around it sounds a bit more evil. Yeah, it sounds dark, definitely. Yeah, it sounds like electricity, right? It's like dark and neoclassical, and that's pretty much all we need for a song like this. I think this is the longest, purely unbroken, boring-ass gallop we have in the entire discography of Galneryus, but I think it's an interesting way to deal with the verse, because what drives forward here is basically just Yamabe's voice. And it still is able to create a lot of atmosphere, actually. We have those low gallops, and we have the organ in the background. And together with Yamabe's singing, it brings quite a bit of tension into this, which is later then released when it progresses to the second, I don't know if it's like maybe a pre-chorus or something. Here it still sounds a bit heroic because we still have no singing here. Here we stay low. Like everything about this organ and also the melody singing, it sounds really dark. I think I've mentioned it before, but it's like, I think always when he plays the low D sharp, right? I don't think there's any occasion where he doesn't do this. He just like, he plays the power chord and then he flings out the rest of the notes to make an open chord out of it, like every time. That's probably the biggest block in human history. Imagine a chorus coming after this, but no, we're jumping back into the second verse or whatever. I like how when it gets more drive in this section, like his voice gets more passionate and it just gets more hopeful, I guess, for a second, until it stops and then we start from the darkness again. Oh, some movement. Oh, come on. I didn't quite remember how well this was constructed. We have a double chorus, which is an interesting structure to begin with, because we have two verses and then we have two choruses, right? That's a notable way to structure the song. And then I think after that already the solo section starts. It's always a blast, like a literal blast if we go into this. You know what I mean, right? This sounds so huge, dude. That's totally bonkers. We have a like culminating point of the melody where the highest note is sung, and I think he's saying something like, the night has captured all of our hearts, and this is like the biggest moment of emotion here in this entire chorus, apparently. Also a turning point in the mood, because the first part of the chorus seems to be battle, delving into darkness, gets back to that romantic element which we had in several songs before, when it goes to this higher place, which might be a thing they like to do in this album in general. It's bringing in the emotion, but we're also full on going into battle. Also, the drums are really cool. It creates so much anticipation and like, no, this is not the end. This is, we're just starting here. And then the tremolos. That's such an insane transition, brother. Okay, there were a lot of layers and it was like really loud in the mix compared to the stuff that came before. It was piano and stuffs. And there was also a really long stretch of the last note Yamabi sang, just ended like in the middle somewhere there. And because the song is rather intense, you know, it's very emotion filled. It's also just really intense in a battle kind of sense. Basically, it has everything. Because we have this tenseness before, this seems to be almost like a kind of, you know, bright light. It's like being thrown through a dark storm, cloud, whatever, something chaotic, right? And this seems to be like the eye of the storm. Sounds to me like several things, like a light shining through a thick veil of dark clouds. And it also almost has something ethereal to it. Like just for a second, we get a glimpse of the gates of heaven or stairs going up there or something, right? But it's just for a moment because we still have a lot of speed. Like you wouldn't think about this because this is a rather slow section of the song, but it's actually still pretty fast. The way the chords are played in the background, it has a feeling of an unrestful feeling. What I get from this is we just get a glimpse from this light. It's not a place where we're gonna stay. We just get a glimpse of it and then it moves past and we're going on. Boy, it sounds really good. Those transitions are so freaking smooth, like it's ridiculous, you know, like just the way the keyboard solo, which was also pretty cool that there actually was a keyboard solo right after the guitar section, just also how it sound-wise just seamlessly transitioned into those sweeps. That was just really cool. And then also like the progression to the, I think, pre-chorus again, if that's the pre-chorus actually, to the pre-chorus again, it's just really well made. It's actually in the beginning a rather calm solo, and I think what Shu captures really well here is, well, first of all, he's really heavily using his wah pedal here. He's a bit bluesy in the beginning, but then he goes on to the romantic sound, which he captures pretty beautifully actually. It's the bluesy part. I think this is a bit of a stretch continuation of this Eye of the Storm calmness thing, right? But the light has already, like, is already fading. We're already back in the human realm again, let's say that. That's why there is like the drums again and the guitar. He plays bluesy for most of the time, which also, like, he has some elegant sprinkles which sound like, I don't know. And then we have the classical power metal shredding section with the keyboard and the guitar. It sounds cool. It has a sparkly sound through Yuki's keyboard sound. channeling up something. And now it's... I would love to see that live. Straight up, I think like this is a really fun Yuki solo. I don't know if that's a hot take, but I think that's actually one of one of the best solos from Yuki. Well, not the best, like not technically necessarily the best, but it sounds just really catchy. It just chooses the right licks and melodies for this song, and it fits perfectly into this progression here. The way he starts with this grumbling in his chest, you know, like all those little details, they're just awesome. And like what I just thought about, like when those sweeps came in again, you know, most of the sounds like an actual roller coaster. We have a lot of this ascending, descending stuff, but also it's just chaotic. It's not hard to imagine this being a kind of storm cloud with sometimes a few rays of light coming through. Now the voice and the guitar. What is he singing? The sun is shining through the clouds? Something. He actually sings something with clouds, and this is just in a part where like stuff seems to open up a bit. It's just this dynamic alone in this like first chunk of the chorus where we have this tension and release a bit. That's just brilliant, dude. I also like what he plays in this tremolo second voice there. It's almost like an extra melody playing in the background here. Back in the darkness. They really like to do this spinning kind of stuff. I like also that they ended off with those sweeps. I think we had them 3 times throughout the song. In the beginning after the intro, then after the solo, and then in the end. And you know, as I said, it's like this otherworldly element. It has something also mysterious, like the song in general has sometimes something mysterious to it. Pretty much like entering a new realm, like an equal amount of the darkness is mighty, but it's also very fascinating. We're able to see the elegance in all of this. And the thrill and the mystery. Like, this song is so dense. And I think one could say that about most of the songs we've listened to so far from this album, but this song is so dense, it actually kind of baffles me thinking about it, so I should just stop thinking about it. Atmospherically, this is for sure one of their strongest songs. And in some sense, it feels a bit like a throwback to all of those songs which actually had this stormy element. Thinking back to the actual very first, let's say it was the very first song we've heard, Struggle for the Freedom Flag, which also had this storm, chaotic feel where they were in battle. You also see the shift in the story, how the dynamics change, how there's more sophistication and more strength coming from the protagonists, and more maturity. And also, like, it's funny how this also reflects in how well the songs are crafted in some sense. We have this progression, which is in alignment with the actual fictional story it's probably telling, and all of that stuff. Lyrics time, lyrics time, lyrics time. I see a big moonlight in the distance, the violet sunset over the sea. Your word is so shriek, I make up my mind. I got a warning, beware of night. Night theme, moonlight. It's cool that they start off with moonlight because it implies that it's night, but we don't have to write, okay, it's dark or whatever. Like, it actually says something if we start with the light. We don't start with the darkness. The violet sunset over the sea. Cool image. I make up my mind, I got a warning, beware of night. But they have a warning because there's something dangerous in the night, maybe. In seeking after the real meaning of life, I fought through thousands of wars. I've lost my way. The past is the past, and all my moaning and groaning will not bring it back. Funny how in the first album, they didn't have enough experience, or they didn't know what to do exactly. They had to find what to do. They had to find a reason to fight and all of that stuff. And they hadn't fought enough battles. I think that was part of the problem. Now, we've reached a point where we've actually fought too much. And this is a problem again. I've lost my way. In those battles, I lost what actually made me start with all of this. And there's a past which one should let go because it won't come back. I think this is a theme which we had seen before. I just can't remember where it was. It might even be in the new album. I do something to prove myself again. My heart is burning, it's like a flame. The night is coming, the moon is so bright, I can't get the scene out of my mind. They found a new passion. My heart is burning. I think this burning heart theme in general fits very well into the mood of the entire album, actually, if I think about it. Partially due to the focus on Yamabe's voice in a lot of songs for some reason, but also I think this is a part of this romantic atmosphere I'm constantly trying to outline. The night is coming, the moon is so bright. Again, it's night, but they're focusing on this light aspect, and this just throws me back. I think it was a few songs earlier when they sang something about we will burn up the night. I see a, connection here because the night starts to be bright. In seeking after the real meaning of life, I've thought through thousands of wars, I've lost my way, the past is the past, and all my the same pre-chorus again. And this is the chorus when it hits. Look up the sky, we just see sign of the hope. The sun came shining through the clouds. Light has captured all of our hearts. We're at the point of no return. Into the heat of the night, we'll see the fact. Pride goes before a fall. The light has captured all of our hearts. We can eradicate the truth of the world. We again have this hope light sign in the sky. I think we've talked about this. I think we've heard very, very clearly. The absolute culmination of this light and hope from the sky is directly after the chorus. But we have a little bit of, the clouds are a bit pulling apart here, and some light already comes through. As we've mentioned, right here in the second part, the sun came shining through the clouds. This is exactly what it sounds like. Dude, they're so good in their musical language. Like, I don't even know where this is coming from, but the way Shu plays those arpeggios in the background, it always sounds to me like a sunset when he does that. And this is the exact line where he The light has captured all of our hearts. It's not the night, it's the light has captured all of our hearts. We're at the point of no return. Which also fits into this theme of we're entering this mysterious new realm with those sweeps, you know, that's always sounds to me like the transition point, actually. And we just like have 3 of those transition points. Into the heat of the night, we'll see the fact. This is when the tremolo starts, also pretty cool with the heat pumping up. Pride goes before a fall. The light is captured all over our hearts. We can eradicate the truth of the world. So I'm wondering what this is about. What the truth is in this. Is the truth a bad thing? Is the truth a bad thing out of the protagonist's perspective? Or what exactly, why does the truth have to be eradicated? Yeah, maybe they will pick up on it on later songs. Pre-chorus again, and the final 2 choruses, or a double chorus. Yeah, and it's pretty much the same. So this is a very good example of a very visual experience, I would say. The musical language is absolutely on point, and even if you don't have this visual experience, it's also just through its speed and intensity and mood change and smooth transitions, through all of that technical stuff, it's just really exciting to listen to. And the lyrics just fit spot on with this. Like it a lot. Tell me how you like the song and what your experience with it was and all of that. Next episode, we're gonna listen to a new song. I don't know which one it is, but it will be a cool song, I think. Bye.